Hi and welcome back again. What we're going to do today is we're going to work a little bit on how we're going to be able to use the Mimio gallery. And the Mimio gallery function is very simple. It's right here off of that toolbar on the left. And you'll see that as soon as I click it, you're going to have something that pops up over in this area. Once it's popped up, you're going to see that you have gallery, questions and results, imported content packs, and screen annotations. I'm going to show you a little bit what the screen annotation button does because it's right down here on the bottom right. As soon as I click this button and then click off of it, you're going to hear that snapshot. And that's a great thing because once you have that snapshot, you're going to see that eventually that there's going to be something inside your screen annotation. And what it's going to do is it's going to be like a picture of exactly what we have right here. It's kind of like your screen clipping in a sense. But instead of putting it in here, it's going to put itself up in the gallery, which is great because if you wanted to give your notes to the kids, that's exactly how you would do it. Some of you might notice that my toolbar is a little bit different. Mimio does have a lot of upgrades and updates. Same features, same things, just a little bit different place for certain things, a little bit easier to find for some, but ultimately the exact same thing. So the Mimio gallery is a nice little feature. If you go up into the gallery, you're going to see that there is a little plus minus right here, which contracts and expands everything. And you have so many different things that you can go to. It goes from art to music to science, social studies, to travel, and different types of tools and templates. I'm not a fan for getting into the very specifics of these things. I just like clicking gallery because I can get the exact same things right here by clicking this little triangle, and what it does is it does the same thing. It gives me everything that I could possibly put in there, and it's so simple to do. So if I wanted to do something with coins, I can find the dollar bill. It pulls the dollar bill right out there. I could pull out, making change, the pennies. Um, there's so many different things that you can do, and there's so many. You get into the pictures of animals, cheese, great word blends and stuff like that, where you can match up blends to different pictures. But there's just so many different things in here. I just prefer to never really go through that. I like something that's a little bit more alphabetical order, and that's how I search for my stuff. Again, no right or wrong way, just the way that I prefer to do it. So if I'm not looking for images, I could find something with templates. I'm going to open up another page. I'm going to open up another page, and on this page I'm going to bring back my gallery, which seems to go down there every once in a while. And in my gallery, you're going to see that you have different templates that you can work with, calendars that you can work with. Instead of making a bulletin board for your calendar, you can just do your calendar up on this. This is always a fun one if you're teaching beginning, middle, and end, in a story where you can sit there and type it out. Just a nice little feature that you can pull in biomes, where you can match up the pictures. So many different things that you can actually do. You can see that someone spent a lot of time on how this actually works. You have butterflies, charts, cause and effect charts, just so many things that relate specifically to what you're doing. chess and stuff like that. Clocks, classroom jobs, um, just really a great amount of information. If you remember, we actually had grids that were on there before, but for the smaller grades, you really need a totally different type of grid because you're going to do something a little bit different. Um, if you're going to do X and Y axis for fourth grade, like, a grade that I teach, I don't need everything. I just need the X and the Y axis. And then I could just throw in the numbers and we can just go from there. Um, so really, this is the one thing that I really, really enjoy. And oh, here's the periodic table, which is always fun. Problem, action, solution, following what's going on inside of a story. Really, this is the one part that I actually really like about it is the templates because it gives me a starting point. I don't have to create anything. Multimedia is for you to get something that's made out of Flash. And you'll see I just dragged this die out, and here's another one. And it's a great way for kids to add in the lower grades or multiply as they get older. And you can just click it and it actually will roll the die for them. You'll definitely see how much they actually love doing that as well. You have different types of reveals or arrows that you could do over here. Oh, this is a nice one too where you can put a number behind it where maybe the answer is 34 and you want to put this on top of it. I'm going to order it into the front to where they can't see it, and they can come up with an answer or maybe a mental math answer, and then when they're done they can take the stylus and pop the balloon. It's just another way of doing the same thing. You got the coins, you can flip a coin. Just so many different pieces to this. What you're teaching, it comes out with like a nice way of teaching how to use that protractor. So again, just a vast amount of things that have already been done for you. Underneath it, if you leave this gallery, you're going to see questions and results. Just send this back. You're going to see something like questions and results, and you might, want to do something along the lines of come up with different questions, different pie charts and such, multiple choice questions. This is really used for your Mimio vote, which I'm going to do a separate lesson on that and how this works. But you don't have to just do it with the Mimio vote. These do interact with the little clickers that the kids can sit at their desk with, but ultimately it's something that someone or any student can go up to the board and just tap on the answer and see if they're right. So it's also a great review session for anything that you're doing. You could do percentages, car races where the kids can compete against one another. Just so many different things that you can do. But again, I don't really go into the specifics. I just like to really just click on what it is and see what I can find in that. The imported content, I'm going to show you how to use that shortly. But let's go down to the screen annotations, which we did at the beginning. And you can see it takes a little bit of time, but ultimately it does take a picture of whatever we're doing, and that picture is still something that I can move around and manipulate, which is really, really cool. So it's not just a picture, it's actually something that can still be interactive. So imported content is a very neat feature. You can add new folders within it, where you can see I have 4 different ones in here. But if you're looking for service packs and you're at school, it's not going to just put itself in here for you. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hit insert file, and you're going to have to look for that file. And the easiest way to do that would be to hit insert file and go looking for it this way. But at our school, it's not that easy. But if you save it to your P drive, you hit P:, and it'll take you right there. The way that I do it at my school would be to import content pack, where I import it and I find it this way. If you want to share it on Mimio, you would just hit export. You would create your own, you would hit export, and then ultimately you can just share it with whoever you would like. So I'm just gonna try it real quick. Everything that I have is on my desktop, and I want to do the science pack, so I'm going to click on that and hit open. And it'll take a little bit of time, and then eventually it'll come up and you'll see that the science resource pack's right here. I'm just going to click on this, not going to click on any specifics, just so we can see what comes up. So when I downloaded this one, I didn't get a whole lot to come with it, but I did get some things that are interactive, things that I wasn't given before. Plant cells, this is a really cool feature too. Volcano locations. I can just show all the volcanoes. I can show where all the plates are. It's a really nice feature to just allow the kids to see what's being taught, and allow them to come up with answers rather than giving them. So again, you have something that moves. It's all flash. Every time you see the F here, you're going to have flash, so you have to make sure you have the most updated version of flash. But there's just so many things. I downloaded cloud types, very basic. So if I wanted to show cirrus, again, another thing that I teach, cumulus, just so many different things. And as long as you have those 4-way buttons, I can make it as big or as small as I want when it comes to the page itself. So just so many different things. Science from seed to fruit. This is actually, it should be a video.
From seed to fruit.
Something that's very difficult for us to create. The nice thing is Mimio actually has people doing this for them. But the 4 you can make it bigger and show that, maybe first and second graders what it's all about. The last thing here is one of the Power Pack tools that you can download from them. You can see that, if you want to do a right answer or a wrong answer, the right answer is going to make a noise, and the wrong answer is going to be, maybe a little bit annoying of a buzz. But the kids look forward to certain things like that. Different color pop features, where you have different balloons. These are all fun. Kids love them. But ultimately, the gallery is just a nice thing that you can use that's going to just enhance your lessons and make it a little bit more interactive for the kids. Take care. Have a good day.